Hey guys, Kenny here. I'm here to review the 2010 drama, The King's Speech. And this basically has to do with this Duke of this Duke in London who has to give give these speeches for his father, King George, I think. No, but King George or King David. The only problem that the big hurdle that he has is that he has a major stuttering problem. So he uses this speech therapist to work with him and try and get his speech to being just normal everyday speech. Because what holds him back and what makes him stutter is not really speaking in front of people or reading words from speech on paper, but it's things that happened in years past that have affected his speech pattern through the years as he was growing up. So they work on trying to get his speech back to being like how I'm talking, where you don't stutter and stammer on your words. Sometimes I tend to do that, but I've learned to get back to a normal pattern. And this is also a very touching story about family and how he fits in with his family. It's like he's not a very important part in his family, except for being important to his wife. As far as being important in his own family, it's like he doesn't really exist. I think it's his older brother who is like the star in the family. And he ends up, well, I'm not gonna give anything away, and it's really him that also makes the Bertus is his name, Bertus stammer, because of thinking about when Bertus thinks about his older brother. Oh, he thinks of how much better his brother is, and that's what makes him start to stutter. And I really did also truly love how good Helena Bonham Carter was in this movie as playing his wife. She was the backbone on keeping him on the straight and narrow, and just be a productive person. She was tough on him when she needed to be, but also sympathetic. And that's what I loved so much about her character. And Jeffrey Rush plays a speech therapist. He was tough on Burtis when he needed to be, but also tender. Because this also not only is a story about Burtis trying to get over his stuttering problem, it's also about him trying to understand his family and where he fits in, and he tells the, the speech therapist it's like he really tells him his life story, and that makes the speech therapist understand him more and understand how to help him better. Marco Gambon is not in this very much, but he plays the king. He was such a joy to watch for the short time he was in this. Another actor that's very recognizable to me was Timothy Spall. He's not in this very much, but he's kind of the comic relief in a way, and that's why I loved his character as well. It's just the King's Speech. This is another one that touched me very much, because I know what that's like to feel not like you don't really fit in with your own family, and it's like they overshadow you, and you're trying to make your own way in this world and carve out your own lifestyle, but it's like the thought of your own family, and it's like they're trying to hold you back. You can't get over that hurdle. I used to feel like that when I was younger, believe it or not, but not anymore. So, the King's Speech, it was also such a joy to watch Burtis go through the exercises of speech therapy, because a lot of those moments were quite funny, and I think they could actually, I know that they could actually work those kind of methods, because I think I've seen those kind of methods being done in real life, in my own life. So I'm sure they could actually work for someone who actually has that kind of stuttering problem, or even worse. Burtis, he has a stuttering problem, but it's not the worst. I've heard worse. And it was so gratifying to see him go through all that work and then come out vic- victorious and accomplished at the end. There was also some really tough moments to watch between Burtis and the speech therapist Lionel. That's his name. Uh, and it made me connect with those two characters even more. So, if I think this is one that should not be missed. I was able to see it at my local theater finally. I've really been looking forward to it. So I think if anyone hasn't seen The King's Speech, I think you should definitely go out when very soon to go and see it. Oh, I felt very, very gratified for experiencing that. So, I highly recommend to anyone who enjoys movies and enjoys movies of this nature as well. I think you should really go and see this. So, I think that's all I have to say on The King's Speech. So, stay cool and roll out to the movies. Bye.